Picture this: a deserted alley, a mysterious package, and the sound of sirens in the distance. Our protagonist's heart beats like a drum, echoing the rhythmic pulse of danger looming nearby. The night is as dark as a raven's wing, the moonlight casting long, menacing shadows that dance along the grimy, graffiti-covered walls. In the heart of this urban labyrinth, a package sits ominously. The contents? Unbeknownst to our hero, and yet it's impossible to shake the feeling of its significance. It's as if the entire city holds its breath, the silence broken only by the distant, yet steadily approaching wail of sirens. This isn't just any night in the city of Los Santos. No, this is a night where every decision could be the difference between triumph and disaster, freedom and capture. Our protagonist is caught in the web of intrigue, the stakes higher than ever before. What will happen next? Stay tuned to find out. Before we dive into the chaos, here's a quick mission briefing. Today we're tackling one of the most exhilarating missions in the GAN Theft Auto universe. The mission, aptly named The Big Score, is the final heist and the climax of the game. The objective? To rob the Union Depository, the largest gold repository in the country. The reward? A whopping $200 million. It's a high-stakes game, and the odds are stacked against us. The challenges? Well, they're as formidable as you'd expect. First, there's the small matter of security, which is tighter than a drum. Expect to face a relentless onslaught of guards armed to the teeth and ready to take you down. Then, there's the intricate maze of vaults and corridors to navigate. One wrong turn could lead to a dead end, or worse, a face-to-face encounter with an armored guard. Now let's talk strategy. The mission can be approached in two ways: the subtle approach or the obvious approach. The subtle approach requires stealth and precision. You'll need to blend in, avoid detection, and silently take out any guards in your path. The obvious approach, on the other hand, is all about brute force. You'll storm the depository, guns blazing, and fight your way to the gold. Each approach has its pros and cons, and the choice ultimately depends on your preferred style of gameplay. A few helpful tips before we get started. Keep a close eye on your minimap. It's your best friend in this mission. Use cover strategically to shield yourself from enemy fire. And finally, remember to stay calm under pressure. It's easy to get overwhelmed in the heat of the action, but a clear head will be your greatest asset. Ready to jump into the action? Hold on tight, it's going to be a wild ride. Now the sirens are getting louder and time is running out. We have a mission to complete. The adrenaline courses through our veins as we navigate the labyrinthine city streets, deftly maneuvering our stolen vehicle through the chaos. The city lights blur into streaks of neon as we speed through the urban jungle, the roar of the supercharged engine harmonizing with the cacophony of sirens in our wake. But we're not panicking. Oh no, we're in control. We're the eye of the storm. Now, strategy is key here. The police are relentless, their pursuit dogged. But we're not just relying on speed and agility. We're utilizing the environment, weaving through the narrow alleys, darting in and out of traffic, using every bit of cover the city offers. We're not just outrunning them, we're outsmarting them. Obstacles? Sure, they're there. Roadblocks spring up like mushrooms after a rainstorm trying to hem us in. But we're ready for them. We've honed our skills for moments like this. A quick handbrake turn here, a daring jump there, and we're through, leaving the police in our dust. But it's not just about the escape. There's a mission to complete. We've got a package to deliver and the clock is ticking. So we're multitasking, balancing the need for speed with the precision of a courier. We're threading the needle, delivering the package with seconds to spare, all while managing to stay one step ahead of the law. And let's not forget the unexpected, the rival gang that shows up out of nowhere, guns blazing, the random pedestrian who decides to play the hero, the sudden twists and turns of the city itself. But we're ready, we adapt, we improvise, we overcome. We meet each new challenge head-on, turning potential disasters into opportunities. Our reactions ice cold, no room for panic, no room for fear, just total focus. Every decision, every move, calculated, we're in the zone. We're not just playing the game, we're living it. And then, just like that, it's done. The package delivered, the sirens fading into the distance. We ditch the vehicle, melting into the crowd, another face in the sea of the city. But we're not just any face. We're the one who just pulled off the impossible. But don't start celebrating just yet. Don't let that adrenaline high fool you. This is Grand Theft Auto, and in this city, danger is always just around the corner. The mission is done, but the danger is far from over. So that was intense. Let's take stock of what just happened. We just finished a whirlwind of action as our character navigated the perilous streets of Los Santos, completing a high-stakes mission. The adrenaline was pumping, the stakes were high, and the payoff was sweet. But as with any mission, there were some highs and lows and opportunities for improvement. Firstly, let's talk about what worked. Our strategy to avoid the main thoroughfares and stick to the alleys and rooftops paid off. It allowed us to evade the majority of the police force and reach the destination without much interruption. The use of silenced weapons also helped in keeping a low profile. Our timing was impeccable, striking at the opportune moment when the guards were changing shifts. However, there were a few hitches along the way. Our getaway car choice could have been better. The high-speed chase that ensued after the mission could have been avoided with a faster and more maneuverable vehicle. Also, the reliance on body armor was a bit of a gamble. A more stealthy approach could have saved us from some unnecessary confrontations. Now let's talk about the unexpected elements. The dynamic weather change was a surprise. Who knew that a sudden downpour could make the roads so slippery? It added an extra layer of complexity to the escape. But it also added to the thrill and unpredictability of the game. Another surprising element was the NPC's reaction. Their behavior was not scripted or predictable. They reacted to our actions in real time, adding a layer of realism to the game. This is one of the reasons why Grand Theft Auto stands out from the crowd. So, what could we have done differently? Better vehicle selection for sure. Also, a more thorough reconnaissance of the mission area could have revealed alternative escape routes. And perhaps less reliance on brute force and more on stealth and strategy. Remember, every mission is a learning experience. Each challenge provides an opportunity to refine our strategy, hone our skills, and prepare for the next adventure. So let's take these lessons forward into our next mission. Congratulations! We've survived another thrilling mission in Grand Theft Auto. And what an exhilarating ride it was. Let's take a moment to reflect on the incredible journey we've just been a part of. We began with a suspenseful encounter that set the tone for the mission. The tension was palpable, wasn't it? We were introduced to our objectives and given a glimpse into the challenges that lay ahead. This was where our strategic thinking was put to the test, as we had to navigate through a web of intrigue and danger. Then we jumped headfirst into the action. We used a mix of stealth and raw power to overcome the obstacles thrown our way. Remember the adrenaline rush that came with every narrow escape and every enemy defeated? We made our way through the mission, using every tool at our disposal and showcasing the depth of gameplay that Grand Theft Auto offers. After the dust settled, we took time to debrief and analyze our actions. We evaluated our strategies, reflected on our decisions, and gained valuable insights that will undoubtedly aid us in future missions. This was our chance to learn from our experiences and improve our gameplay. But the adventure doesn't end here. In fact, we're just getting started. The world of Grand Theft Auto is vast and filled with endless possibilities. Each mission is a new opportunity to explore, strategize, and conquer. So, what's waiting around the corner? Perhaps a high-speed chase, a covert operation, or maybe an epic showdown. The possibilities are as endless as they are exciting. The next video promises to be just as thrilling, if not more. We'll delve deeper into the game, uncover more secrets, and face even greater challenges. So, are you ready to continue this wild ride? So, what's next on our Grand Theft Auto adventure? You'll have to join us next time to find out. Until then, game on!